Hi, Instagram. Welcome, welcome. All right, as you were joining, Instagram friendly writer, I am unable to see your comments during the live, so I'll come back through and check them. But welcome, welcome in the room. Come on in. And Facebook. Let's make sure we're live. Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. Let me get all settled in. Welcome. Goodness, I don't know the exact number, but I do know that we have done lots of these lessons together. So I'm really excited to be back with you guys today. My name is LaNesha Tabb, or if you're a student, you can call me Mrs. Tabb, and I teach kindergarten. I live in Indianapolis, and so I would love to know who's here today. If you are a teacher and you are just joining in for, fun or any reason, let me know who you are and what grade you teach. And if you're a student, let me know what grade you are in the comments, because I love, love, love that I get to teach students all over the country. It's so exciting. So I see some friends running in the Facebook room, and Instagram, like I said, I'll be back to check on you guys. On my end, it's a little jumpy, so hopefully the broadcast is coming through clearly on your end. Christy, thank you so much. Hi, Shannon, teacher in Northwest Indiana. Who's your state? Hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm excited for today's book. Okay, hit the hearts if you have already read this. If you're a student, maybe your teacher read this to you, or if you are a teacher and you have this in your classroom library, let me know in the comments just by hitting the hearts and saying yeah, I've read that book before. It's so sweet and such a beautiful story for this time that we are all in right now. And so I'm really excited to get into this book today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So today's lesson is not really specific to any academic standard, because I was thinking about all the lessons that we've been providing, and I was like, this is so great. And I'm going to jump into teacher mode for just 1 second, kiddos. But teachers, you know how we have that one standard that says something about actively engaging in reading activities or something, similar to that aspect. And I just got to thinking, you know what? I just want to enjoy a story and teach children how to take a book and pull something out of it. Because I heard the great Kathy Collins at one point, she said, every time you read something, it should make you either think differently, want to do something, or give you a new idea. So everything that we read, there should be a pause where we say, wow, that was really powerful, and I'm going to take this away. Or even if you didn't like something, boys and girls, you can say, well, that makes me think a little differently about blank, whatever the topic is. So I thought, you know what? We're going to talk today about one thing that just readers do. If you live a readerly life, which means books and literature are just a part of your everyday activity, then one of the things that you would do is discuss, right? And a lot of people love to get together formally and have what's called a book club. Okay, so students, if you've never had a book club, then I'm really excited, because today we're going to have a book club together. Okay, so you might be thinking book club, well, how do I do that? Let me show you. All right, so what I have here is just a paper that sort of outlines how to have a very simple but fun book club. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you. It says friends or family or friends book club. And it says, after you read a book, you can host a book club. So if you guys are at home, you can host a book club. Maybe you can FaceTime a friend or do a Google Hangout, and you guys can all read the same book. Or, even if everybody doesn't have the hard copy book, maybe you pick a book that you can all watch on Storyline Online or maybe YouTube, and you all watch the same book. And then you're going to come together and you're going to have a book club. So let me show you how we can have a book club. It says how to set up a book club. Step number 1, you're going to share a book with your friends or family. Well, we're doing that today. And hopefully you're doing that all the time at home, right? Okay. Then number 2, take notes on the parts that you really enjoyed, okay? Or maybe the parts that you didn't so much enjoy, okay? Now, when I say take notes, you can do that with paper, pencil, like literally take notes. Or as you're reading, you might just like make a mental note. That's when you stop and you think, oh, I really want to remember this thing on this page. Okay, so you can pick whatever works for you. And then it says, here are some ideas to think about. So I've got all this listed right here. Okay, ready? What parts of the book made you think of something new? Ooh, that's a good one. So as we read today, I want you guys to be thinking about these things. Okay, what's a part in the book that made you think about something new? What connections do you have to the story? I bet that there are so many kiddos on this live and your teacher has taught you all about making connections. If you don't know what that means, I'll tell you really quickly. A connection is when you see something in a book and it reminds you of something in your own life, right? And connections help us understand the story, right? So connections aren't so much like, hey, she's holding a paintbrush. I've held a paintbrush before. That's great. And I can see why you think that would be a connection. But what we are really looking for are connections that help you understand the story. So when we get into it, you might think, oh, I know how she feels right there because something similar happened to me in my life. So I understand what she's going through. So that means I better understand the story. Okay, so that's a connection. All right. Then the last question says, how do you feel about the choices made by the characters? Okay, so maybe you're thinking about the characters and what they've been doing in the story, and you're thinking, do I agree with that character? Do I disagree with the character? Would I have done something differently, or would I have done the same thing? So you need to be thinking about all those things. Now, why? Well, because when you have a book club, everybody reads the same text and you talk about it. And you want to come to book club prepared to have a discussion, right? There's nothing worse than going to a book club and you didn't read the book and you don't know what anyone's talking about. So you have to sit there and you just have to, kind of pretend like you read it. No. We want to read it and we want to already be thinking. Because when we get in book club, one person might think something totally different than you. And you may say, what? That was my favorite part. And you didn't like that part. And then you can have a really great discussion about why one person might love something and another person may say, I didn't really like that at all. Okay. So then this says, take turns sharing answers and ask follow-up questions based on those answers that you hear. Okay. So this is a part of the free downloads that we offer every week with the lesson. So you can download this. Maybe you can have a book club with your family or your friends, or you can do a virtual book club. Okay. So like the sky's the limit with this, guys. So this can help you. And then there's a bonus on there. Maybe if you're doing it at home, or maybe if you and your friends decide to get together, a lot of times book clubs will serve like book themed snacks or something like that. So you can, have a little fun with that while we're all at home and trying to think of fun ideas to keep us entertained. Okay. So as we read our story today, I want you to make sure that you are thinking about the powerful parts of the book. Also included, I've got these cards, and we're going to go through some of the cards after the story. We won't have time to go through them all, but these are book discussion cards that can help with a book club, and they go with this book here. So this will be a part of the download if you would like to access that, or you can just read the questions and talk about it at home, or you can write about it in a journal. Anything that you would like to do would be just fine. Okay, so let's get started with today's book. And we're going to make sure we are really paying attention so that we can have a great conversation. All right, so today's text is called Maybe Something Beautiful: How Art Transformed a Neighborhood. The authors are F. Isabel Campoy and Teresa Howe, and the illustrations are by Rafael Lopez. And you guys know I love to open up a book jacket. Oh, look at that. See, this illustrator made a spread, and that means there's one big picture and then they fold it in half so that it shows a front side and a back side. I love that. Okay. See those nice pictures on the inside. Okay. Oh, look at this title page, right? Title page is where we repeat the title, and usually the illustration changes. We can see this little girl and she's got a paintbrush. And we know that art is going to transform a neighborhood. And transform, that means to change. Okay, here we go. See those pictures? Okay, it says, in the heart of a gray city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she saw a blank piece of paper, Mira thought to herself, maybe. And because of this, her room was filled with color, and her heart was always filled with joy. Oh yeah, look inside of her room. That's the only part of this picture that we see lots and lots of colors. And we just learned the character's name, didn't we? Her name is Mira. Oh, look at that. Looks like she's passing out some pictures to different people. On her way to school one day, Mira gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of the shop down the street, and she gave a flower to Ms. Lopez, the lady with the sparkling eyes. She gave a songbird to Mr. Sachs and a red heart to the policeman who walked up and down the streets. On her way home, Mira taped a glowing sun onto the wall, hiding in the shadows. Her city was less gray, but not much. The next day, Mira saw a man with pockets full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall. Now, do you see how he looks like he's gazing? He looked at her son. He held his fingers up in a space and he peered through them. He said thoughtfully. What do you see? Mira asked. Maybe something beautiful, the man replied. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. Oh, and look at this. The author, you have to turn the page long way. You got to turn the book long ways. Oh, that's so cool. I love when illustrators do things like this. Then, just like that, he dipped a brush in the paint. Bam! Pow! The shadows scurried away. The sky blue cut through the gloom. The man's laughter was like a rainbow spreading across the sky. Whoa, look, there's the wall down there with her picture, and he is exploding with color. Wow. Isn't that cool? Who are you? Mira asked. I am an artist, he said. A muralist. I paint on walls. Well, I'm an artist too, she told him, and he handed Mira a brush. Then come on. Oh. Mira dipped in the loudest color that she saw. Yowie! The wall lit up like sunshine. Oh, look, even the sun is peeking through. Oh, I love it. As the man drew on the bricks, Mira added color, punch, and pizzazz. Soon, Mr. Sachs joined in. Then came others. Everyone painted to the rhythm. Salsa, merengue, bebop. I can just hear that music playing. Oh, yeah. Can't you just look at that picture and hear those drums and hear the music going? I bet I can hear laughter and singing. They look like they're having so much fun. Even Mira's mama painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood became a giant block party until, usually until is kind of like, the policeman walked up. Excuse me, he said. The music stopped. Mira put her brush down. They were surely in trouble. The officer cleared his throat and then paused. May I paint with you? He asked. So Mira handed him a paintbrush and the music started again. Teachers and papas jumped in, babies too. Mira and the man handed out brush after brush. Color spread throughout the streets. So did joy. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. He's painting here. Oh, and people are planting trees and flowers. It looks like all of this creativity started to spread through the entire community. And now everybody is helping to make this place look awesome. Oh, we got to turn the page again. Here we go. Look at that. Wherever Mira and the man went, art followed like the string of a kite. Oh, can you picture that? Yeah, that's similar. It followed like the string of a kite. After they colored the walls, they painted utility boxes. Oh, do you know what that is? Those are those big boxes that hold all of the power that helps us with electricity and things like that. And benches. They decorated sidewalks with poetry and shine. Everyone danced. Together, they created something more beautiful than they had ever imagined. Look at that. Oh man, they're being so creative. Love that. When their clothes were splattered with a million colors, everyone sat down to rest, except the muralist. His eyes sparkled. You, my friends, are all artists, he told them. The world is your canvas. He smiled wide, then pulled everything together in big, sweeping motions. His paintbrush was like a magic wand. Oh, I wonder what he's going to do. The book says that he's pulling the pictures together. Wow, it's really interesting. Let's see. When he was finished, Mira added one more bird way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, just maybe. See that bird? Wow. And then at the end, you can see there's a note from the author. And then look at this big, beautiful mural. And did you guys know this is based on a true story? So this really happened somewhere where a community got together and they decided to make their space beautiful all together. How lovely is that? And there's another picture. Do you see that? Look how everyone's painting. Ah. I love that so much. All right, the end. So now let's look at a few things because we just read that book and that book was so powerful because one person had an idea, right? Maybe you've had an idea before. And sometimes we might think, oh, I'm just one person and I'm just one idea and I can't really make a difference. But this one little girl put one piece of paper on a wall and somebody saw it. And that somebody else saw it and it kept growing and growing and growing until their entire neighborhood was changed. How awesome is that? So let's see. Let's think about a few of these questions. Oh, I like this one. Let's spread our cards out. This one says, what did this book make you want to do? And I bet I know what a lot of you are saying right now. What did this book make you want to do? Did it make you want to be creative? Did it make you want to change something in your community where you live? Or maybe make something more beautiful to spread joy? Maybe. Let's see. This one says, oh, I love this. Listen to this one. Now, in this book, lots of people were being creative, right? And sometimes you might think, oh, creativity is just for fun. But I think they use creativity to solve a problem, right? So this says, how can creativity help people solve problems, right? So it's important to play and be creative and let your mind wander, because sometimes those creative ideas are the things that can actually change the world. All right, let's look at one more. It's always good to ask for everyone's favorite part of the book in a book club, okay? Oh, I love this one. Who's the most creative person you know, and what makes them so creative? So you have to think, in your life, who is the most creative person that you can think of? And then why are they creative? So imagine, boys and girls, if you decided to have a book club at home or virtually on FaceTime or Google Hangouts or something like that, you can ask questions like these and listen to everybody's ideas, right? And then they might say something that might grow a new idea in your mind, okay? So there is a total of 9 questions that you can start with. And it's my hope that if you have one book club, maybe you and your friends can get together and have more book clubs with different books. Okay, I'm gonna show you 2 more things. This is just an extra activity if you are interested, okay? And it says creativity can change the world. And it says, think of a problem that needs to be solved. How can you find a creative solution? So at the bottom here, it says problem. So you would think, what's a problem that I see? Like, is there something happening in your neighborhood where you live? Or what's something that kind of frustrates people? And you're gonna write that problem here. And it says creative solution 1, 2, and 3. So this is a brainstorming sheet so that you can think about a creative solution to make sure that creativity plays a role in your problem solving, okay? And the last thing I'm going to show you is fun. I thought I would give everybody a chance to use all of that creativity that's probably tingling in your mind right now. And I've got some blank buildings here, and I'd like you to pretend that you were a muralist and you are going to design a mural on the side of a building. So what I love to do is I love to start with a black marker, and I would draw my design on the paper first, right? And so you might want to plan it out, and I'll just draw a little bit and I'll show you. But I always start with the black marker first because it makes the lines look really crisp. And then you can go back in and you can color with crayons or colored pencils or markers or whatever you have. So if I lived here and I had these buildings, these are some of the things that I would want to see on my mural. So I'll show you here in a second, because I'm really inspired by that book, okay? You see that? So we've got a ladder here because to do a mural, you would definitely need a ladder. And I'm just gonna keep coloring, and I'm gonna plan out what I would want my mural to look like. Then I can get my crayons out or my colored pencils, and I can color the entire wall. And then you never know, you might grow up to be a muralist one day. So you might wanna hang this up somewhere or tuck it away, and then you can pull it out, and this can be the idea that sparks your idea for your big mural, okay? All right, we are just about out of time, boys and girls. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the book, Maybe Something Beautiful. And I just encourage everybody who's watching now to keep your eyes out, because maybe something beautiful can come alive just because of your creativity and your great ideas. All right, my friends, get ready because Class Fit is up next. So if you want to get your workout in, go grab your tennis shoes, go get changed, and join us on the Get Your Teach On Live for a great workout. All right. Bye, everyone.